but it doesn't feel like I'm surprised I would be here. You know, it doesn't feel like that. I feel it feels right. It feels like this is where I belong. This is where I'm supposed to be. You know.
All right, that's it, man.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
This is my first time.
Yeah, no, right.
First time in the show. First time holding the mic. I feel important. So I know that this is the first time we do a live in over a year. So.
For real, I'm telling. Yeah, I was telling Alonso earlier that freaking this is like the first time I've done an in-person interview in like over a year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit. So this is new to me. This is the first time we like using like these mics too and everything too. Yeah. So hey, I'm excited. You know, hey, gotta get that promo in too. So
Roddy Ridge, tune in. Roddy Ridge, we're gonna get it all day, brother.
Hey, first of all, thank you for freaking taking the time to be on, man. This is freaking look at this setup. Come on, man. This is for
the work setup right here.
Yeah, for a first freaking interview in person, this is a freaking good ass setup right here, yo.
Hey, man. Gotta talk about the subject. Gotta show the subject.
I'm telling you, look at this.
You know what this conversation is about to be about. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. So first of all, bro, how's everything been in your world, bro? Because I haven't seen you in like almost I haven't seen you in a good while, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
How's everything?
Well, I think the last time I seen you, your car had broken down. And you hit me up all random, like, and I was doing a haircut, like, I had another one in the way, and you were like, yo, can you help me out? And I was feeling like a good person that day. I was like, sure. Back to my appointment, I was like, I'm on my way. I helped you out, you remember?
Oh, that shit was
embarrassing. Real quick.
Oh, dude. It was raining, too.
Oh,
it was raining.
Too. Yeah,
it was raining, too. It was freaking raining. I was just like right there, like, okay, my car like barely made it to the side of the road, too. Hey. I was like, fuck. And I posted on my Instagram, my story. I was like, fuck. I was like, again? And then, bro, something embarrassing that happened to me like on Thursday. Another car, not the car that you jumpstart, but another car, freaking, it broke down on me again. And freaking, my coworker, shout out to my girl, freaking, she had to help me push it. She had to help me push it to the freaking parking lot. And then she had to like, you know, she was helping me out and whatnot.
Those are the real ones.
Yeah.
Still sticking around after 3 months.
I know, right? Hey, so fellas, you find a woman that helps you push your car to the parking lot, you wife her up. I'm telling you right now.
It's a real one.
But at the time of this recording, you just celebrated, I think, a year of you being married, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit over a year now.
Yeah, man. Hey, first of all, babe. Side note, thank you for inviting me to your wedding last year, bro.
I know.
Yeah, I was there, yo. Man,
he was dancing, he was hopping around.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, dude. If I did not have some drinks, you know, I would have sat down the entire time. But as soon as the freaking circle of that started having some drinks, I was like, all right, you know what? I don't care. Yeah. I'm probably never gonna see these people again, so I'm gonna hop in there and start dancing. I don't care. As we continue the setup, obviously, for the people who know you, obviously they know what it is you're all about. But for somebody, if this is somebody's first time tuning in, obviously, man, they're unfamiliar but I mean, pretty obvious now, you are a barber. So I want to take a quick step backwards for the people who, you know, if this is their first time being introduced to you. Take us down a little bit memory lane of when exactly this whole journey started for you.
Yeah, man. Well, this journey started back in my around senior year. I started working in a salon. I picked up the clippers. I was doing it for a while. I went to school. Now I'm a teacher here at the school and instructor for the barber program. I've been cutting hair for over 7 years now professionally. And yeah, now all I do now is teach full time and cut hair all day, 14 hours a day, 6 days out of the week.
So when you said you picked up a pair of clippers, what switch went off in your head and be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do that right there, like then and there.
I was saving money. My mom didn't give me too much money to spend, and I would rather save that money to go out with the homies and save that money for the haircut and do my own haircut. So I started doing that, you know, cutting my own hair to save some money and use it to go out with the homies.
Yeah, and then when you cut your own hair, like, did it come up? How did it come out?
It was embarrassing. In high school a couple of times. Yeah, I definitely had to have some help from my mom a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got that myself. Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, like since the shops are closed and everything, I've been cutting my own hair too. I've been doing my own beard. I've been doing cleaning up my own beard too, and I'm starting to get used to it now. But like, damn, it's just not the same.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel you. Definitely, I've been cleaning up my own beard now too for a while. Haircut, no, I can't do my own haircut. I'll mess myself up. But I hear you've been giving yourself some freshers too. Your brother was telling me. Your brother's here every 2 weeks, pretty much. You know, so I know what you're doing all the time.
Yeah, dude.
He's always catching me up on you. Always has stories about you.
Oh, great, man. I don't even want to ask what story he's told you, man.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Max. I'm telling you, dude.
They're good stories. They're good stories, though, for sure. He hypes you up a lot. That's good, bro.
Yeah, dude. My life's a freaking movie.
Yeah, bro. It's funny. You. I tune in. I'm here. You guys are here.
If you were to start over, like, would you do anything differently, or do you feel like everything kind of just had to happen like the way it's been going? Got him.
Yeah, for sure. There's a couple of things that would change or do differently. Especially being the age I was, doing what I was doing. Definitely, I wish I would have done a couple of things different. I think everyone would. But overall, like I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with where I'm going. I know exactly where I'm going. I know exactly what I want, and I have no regrets. Because at the end of the day, I use all these experiences, everything that I've learned over my barber career and just my adult life now and young life. I feel great. I feel almost unstoppable to where I'm trying to be and where I'm getting to.
Is there anything that was even like close to being the path other than becoming a barber?
No, nothing realistically.
Oh,
you could say I wanted to be a fighter.
Oh shit!
Other than a fighter, nah, I never got that deep into it. Not like barbering. Barbering came to me pretty natural and at a pretty young age, and I saw money. So I kept on going, and now I see more than money. So that's the great thing about it. And there's so much room for improvement and growth, and this no limit to what you can do in this industry. There's a lot of business opportunities that you could expand from just being a busy barber from behind the chair. And if you want to do more with it, then that's on you. If you want to, you definitely could. Anyone can, It's just a matter of want and liking it and loving it, and having a mission.
Yeah. So when I was in elementary, when I was in middle school, I was in a band, right? Then when I was in high school, I wanted to be a dancer, and obviously now, as you can see, now I want to be a broadcaster now. So my passions have changed like throughout the years. Yeah. So like to go back to you, like what was it about being a barber that how did you stick through it all this time and not get bored of it? Is what I'm you know what I mean?
Again, yeah, I think I didn't get bored of it, and I still don't get bored of it because there's so much room for improvement and learning. Even now, being a barber instructor or educator, I have to keep myself refreshed and learning new techniques, new terms, new ways of doing a different haircut or style or a throwback style, any kind of style. Just trying to implement all that knowledge so I can pass it down to my students, because they represent me as well. If they come out of here, I want them to come out of here representing not just me and the school, but themselves too in a very high standard. So I'm still improving definitely on all of those aspects myself too as well. But that's the reason I keep going. I could keep on talking about this for days and days. This is what I do all day. This is what I live for now. It really feels like my mission to be somewhere and be something within this industry.
So what's the best piece of advice that you've ever received that you still hold on to this day?
Just recently, actually, and it wasn't even from anyone. It was just going through it online. It was, would you rather fall backwards and not know where you're gonna land, or would you rather fall forward and know what you're gonna hit? And get up and just learn from all these experiences. So that's what in a sense, it's like whatever plans that I had before, I don't have them anymore. This is what I do. So I'd rather fall forward and see and learn everything on my fall there. So I doubt it there. I doubt I'll ever be down again. But I've been in those situations where it felt like the career wasn't gonna go anywhere. I couldn't grow that clientele, but it was just about changing my my habits and my way of being too. You have to realize and don't lie to yourself and really take responsibility for who you are. And grow as a barber. If you don't have good guidance, find good guidance.
So I mean, obviously, there's for any profession, there's still always room to grow. But you like you mentioned, you're already teaching students. So, but I still wanted to ask this question. At what point did you feel like okay, you know what, I got it. I know my craft now. You know what I mean? Obviously, there's still room to grow. But when did you feel okay, I know what I'm doing now? I
would say definitely. I just noticed, just from seeing comparing myself to other great barbers. I think once I started getting pretty similar to that, or when I started getting noticed from my peers in the barbershop itself, that's when I really started noticing that, like, yo, this guy's good, you know? Like, you just notice it yourself. You just get this feeling of accomplishments, you know? Every time you get leveled up or get better hairstyling or hair cutting, you see it, you notice it, you know it, you know? And when people reassure that to you, especially when it's your peers or people that you look up to, it's definitely a good feeling, you know? So I think I must have been 4 years in when I felt like I was good, you know, when a lot of clients were coming back to me and I was able to just retain that clientele weekly.
Yeah. So when you were still learning, and you know, trying to perfect your craft, was there anybody else's like style or craft that you saw and said, like, you know what, I want to do something kind of like that?
Yeah, everyone's styles that stood out to me, you know, especially working on my first barbershop, you know, just people to name off the top. Chris Del Rio, that was one of the first guys that I was working for, you know, and at a barbershop, and just that whole crew that was in that he got together in that shop. It was great to see that, you know, and I grew a lot from every single individual in that barbershop. So that's a barbershop for sure that like really elevated me, and then from there on I was able to like kind of like take off, you know, because I was only about a year or two into cutting by then, so it was definitely a very like helpful experience being there.
Okay, so far in your life, and this doesn't even have to be about barbering, it could literally be about anything. But what's something in your life that like you kind of thought like if you were to do it, it would be a mistake, but because you did it, you were like, oh hell yeah, like I'm so glad I did it. Got him. I asked the hard hitting questions, man.
Repeat that question again.
Yeah, so like something in your life that you thought was gonna be a mistake, but because you did it, it ended up being like, you know, like a blessing in disguise, you know?
Oh man.
Like,
Yeah, I remember now. I was about a year in to haircutting while I was in high school, and I was going to Frontier High School, and I was just there because I knew I could graduate early, and I already knew what I wanted to do. I was going to Frontier High School at the same time I was working at a salon called Chelly's Beauty Salon. It's a barbershop now. It turned into a shop. My buddy owns it, and so I was working for that salon for over a year. That lady would take about, in the beginning, she would take about 60% of my check, you know, pretty much of my commission.
Okay.
And for me, I was in high school, so I was still getting like $400, but I was realistically making $1,000. But I was young into the game, so I didn't know how to negotiate or how to value myself. But she did help me a lot, you know. She put me on a lot of shear cutting, and yeah, but I got tired over time, you know. Long story short, I got tired over time. I was working every Sunday, every day, slaving myself, you know. And I grew not to like it anymore, you know, in the very beginning. And around that time, too, I started going to a barbershop. And I started going with this guy, Chewy. He used to own Cum Masters. It's called the Stash House now. And I would sit in his chair, and me and Chewy would talk. And I would tell him that I'm trying to do this, you know. And, you know, I was telling him that I'm getting tired of this, you know. And he would always tell me, nah, just keep doing, you know, keep doing it, keep working, keep at it, bro. Like, you're good. You know, he could give me, like, free blades sometimes, you know. And, like, I was like, oh, yeah, this is cool. You know, I didn't have money to afford blades sometimes, you know. So he give me blades. And I was going to quit. I was ready to quit, you know, but I didn't want to go to a barbershop. I was intimidated. And the guy, Chris Del Rio from Cali Cuts, he had put it out that he was looking for barbers. So Chewy told me, just, like, hit him up, try to get in there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this one more time. If I don't like it here, I'm not going to go back anymore, you know? And I went over there, and I loved it, bro. It was badass. It was a cool environment. It was a lot of learning, a lot of growing, a lot of mistakes, a lot of everything in that shop. But overall, that was what really got me going, you know, was, at Cali Cuts.
So if there's somebody watching or listening to this right now and they're thinking of becoming a barber, or they are a barber, what advice would you give them?
Keep at it. If you really want to do it, keep at it. You even have to learn the things that you don't want to learn, because when you learn those things, you can learn any kind of style. But keep on learning, keep on going, keep on working, keep on being at the shop, even if it's a slow day. Just be there, put in the time, do some kind of studying while you're waiting around for a client. Yep, that would be the best advice. Keep working, keep grinding, be the hardest working person in the room.
So as we mentioned in the beginning of this interview, like, you know, quarantine has been, you know, it's been a B word. You know what I mean? It's been It's gonna be weird.
Yeah.
But so a lot of stuff closed down in the very beginning, and I know shops were affected, big time. But with all that, because of that, we've all had some free time. So I wanted to ask, like, what have you been doing in your free time to stay busy?
Back in the quarantine?
Yeah, back in the quarantine.
Back in the quarantine?
When everything shut down, everything was staying home.
I did a lot. I got addicted to the hardware stores. I was trying to build dog houses and build stuff with tools and stuff. Yeah, I did a lot of video gaming for sure. Yeah, man. I would say I became more of a handyman around the house during quarantine for sure. Yeah.
You said like you're always motivated to keep going and keep growing and keep owning your craft. But is there a specific place or person or thing that your motivation comes from?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it's definitely my wife. It's definitely myself, my sister that has a baby on the way, all my family that's back in Mexico, all that. My people.
What's your family's reaction to your success right now?
Will repeat that again?
What's your family's reaction to your success so far?
I mean, I'm nothing crazy, There's nothing that stands out crazy yet, But it's just me and some of my peers in my community. I know that I'm growing as an individual, And but no, man, I think they just looked at me. Everyone's busy with their own stuff, So they look at it as a job to them, But to me, it's more than a job, I definitely know that it pays better than a job, So
yeah,
yeah, man. It's all good.
Yeah. So what's a short term goal that you have right now, and then what's a long term goal that you have?
Short term goal would be to open up a barbershop already.
Okay.
Long term goal would be open up multiple barbershops and turn it into a chain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So are you able to step back, because I mean, like, as you mentioned, you were a student, and if I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, you were a student here where we are right now, in the Modern Beauty Academy, right?
Yeah.
You were a student here, and now you're a teacher. So are you able to step back and be like whoa, like, I was a student here and now I'm a teacher, like,
yeah,
like, does it ever get overwhelming, or like, do you ever stop and think about that kind of stuff?
It gets more overwhelming in the aspect of trying to find my balance of taking care of my clientele and taking care of the students in the school. That's where it gets a little overwhelming. But overall, it gets me real busy and it gets me on my toes all day. But it doesn't feel like I'm surprised I would be here. It doesn't feel like that. I feel it feels right. It feels like this is where I belong. This is where I'm supposed to be. And this place is just another stepping stone for me too. To grow as an instructor, as a teacher, as a barber, and as a mentor. Honestly, because that's what I feel like I am at the end of the day. As a mentor, I have to keep them motivated. They can't just get bored. I can't just let them sit. That's boring. I've been through it. I was here too. There's just days where there's not much going on, but you still have to get up and try to make yourself busy or try to do something. I stay busy. Like, I can't even. Sometimes I just want to go off and practice on my doll head to try and advance and elevate myself and try new techniques, but I don't get time for that. As soon as I get into my doll head, someone else needs help. And that's fine. I'm on their time. They're not on my time.
Switching gears a little bit. What's your choice of music, man?
When I say everything, I mean everything. I go straight up punk rock music. Those that know me, they know me. I go straight up mosh pit. I go off the chain.
Is there a genre of music that you like, but that people might be surprised?
Surprised? No, I don't think so. Because especially the people that follow me, I play everything. I play a lot of rap for sure, and I play a lot of Mexican music. I don't really play too much rock music, but everything else, yeah. Maybe surprised, I would probably be like that. I listen to a lot of 80s and 90s rock, like a lot of even a little bit of country, but a lot of Black Sabbath, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Metallica, all those kind of bands, That's probably why they're more surprised that I listen to all that, because I don't even look like I listen to all that anymore. But and deep down in my soul, that's me right there. It's just raging.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was about to bring it up. I was like, what about country, man? I was like, come on, man. I was like,
yeah, I'm not like bumping crazy, but yeah, Johnny Cash, I'll bump it. But other than Johnny Cash, just not really much. Or Billy Idol, but that's more like rock actually. Yeah, I'm really a big fan of music. If I wasn't a fighter, I'd probably be like a famous guitar player.
A famous guitar wait, fighter like MMA or cage
cage fighting, yeah.
Cage fighter.
It'll be you, barber, MMA fighter, boxer, and then guitarist probably.
You play guitar?
I used to play a lot of guitar.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't play it no more.
No, do you still own a guitar?
Nah,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Got lost.
Was that just like a hobby? We were like trying to take. The plan was to take it seriously.
Well, I play like in little bands and stuff, like in middle school. So
Oh,
I was
okay.
okay. I could play a whole song.
Yeah.
We practiced it, but I was never nothing special, and that's why I dropped that one. 'Cause I was with my other buddy. He was like shredding all crazy,
Yeah.
and me, I'm over here ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Like, simple shit, But he was over here shredding this. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick something else up. I have to be great.
So I'm a firm believer that the way your day starts is kind of like a glimpse of how your day is gonna go. So I'm a big fan of morning routines. So I wanted to ask you, what is your morning routine like?
I can't say my whole routine, but I have been like doing a new routine, like that I have to really do. I'm really picky about it now. I have to get up and I have to do at least my side of the bed because I'm usually up and my wife's still sleeping. But that's a habit I'm getting into now. You guys start right, you gotta start with a win.
Mm-hmm.
So I always start by like doing my bed now on my side, and just wake up, hopefully get like 30 minutes in and study the book a little bit before I come to school. Usual shower up, come to work, rage in the car, just play whatever music I want to listen for those 15 minutes and not pay attention to my phone or anything, just music and get to work. And that's it, bro. That's really my morning routine goes by pretty quick, Like I wake up either at 7 or 6:30 and I'm out the door by like 8:30.
Oh shit. All right. And then fast forward, nighttime routine?
Nighttime routine, I'm here till I have a nighttime class too. So the nighttime class is from 5 to 10. So I try to be out of here by 8, 9 usually, and just leaving working with the other instructors. But that's my routine usually. I'm just cutting hair because in the morning I'm more busy with my morning students.
Okay.
Night times I'm more busy with my clientele and taking care of them, and then make it home by like 9, 10. Try to make it home, and then by then I'm pretty beat. So I'll probably, if I'm not too beat, I'll stay up and I'll probably like just game for like an hour or something real quick, and that's it.
Dude, playing a game for like an hour goes by like 10 minutes, man.
Honestly, for the average person, my lifestyle could be like pretty boring right now. Just teaching and learning, but it's a sacrifice, Like being here this many hours, it's more like just to learn myself how to teach better and educate people, and just bring my standard up for myself too, being more professional too. So that's why by being here, I feel like I can achieve that. It kind of forces me to be a more professional person and kind of like learn the vocabulary a lot better for barbering and hairstyling. And I probably wouldn't be doing that if I was in here, I'd probably still be at the barbershop trying to kill it and just put content out and try to get a sponsorship or do something else, but I feel like this is right for me to be here.
Oh yeah, man. Hey man, well, dude, I'm excited. Oh, before we go, this is my first time doing it in person, but we're gonna try it out, all right? But we're gonna play a little game called the Hot Rod Seat. And this guy was freaking looking at my notes. And he's like, "What's the hot rod seat?" And I'm like, "Hey man, it was supposed to be a surprise, man." But yeah, so this is so we're gonna try it out. So I'm gonna put a minute on the clock, and I'm just gonna rapid fire some questions at you, and you just answer them as honestly and as fast as you can. All right, Alonso, you're in the hot rod seat.
All right.
And go. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Damn, pistachio.
Your childhood celebrity crush?
High school celebrity crush? Oh, I forgot her name, but is that girl from George Lopez? His wife?
Oh, Angie?
Yeah, that's my crush right there.
Your go-to breakfast?
Go-to breakfast? Right now, yogurt with peaches.
Your least favorite fast food?
I like everything.
Okay. All right. One food you will never give up?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Your go-to karaoke song?
I don't do karaoke.
Not even when you're in the shower?
Oh, okay, that's different. That's not karaoke. That's just singing.
I feel like when you're in the car, you're freaking the song that you always sing along to no matter what.
Right now it's El Humilde by Clave 51.
Okay. Right. What are you terrible at?
What am I terrible at?
Yeah.
Drawing.
Drawing?
What? I don't feel like I'm a good drawer.
I
wish I was a badass drawer, like Rob the Original or something.
All right, man. Before we wrap this up, man, where can the listeners and viewers find you on social media?
You can find me on my Instagram, Alonso with an S _ the barber 96, and hit me up, bro. You have all my information right there. All you gotta know about me is that I'm a barber. a badass barber working out of Oxnard, California, and I'm coming for the game, and I'm about to kill it.
Damn, man, that's it, man. Wait, man. Well, I'm excited. I'm excited for what's next for you, man. But dude, big things are coming, man. Big things are coming. Thanks again for being
for having me again, man. Thanks for having me.
All right, man. Let's get it.
Cool.
Darling, you